Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the last attempt at the last game in Root Gaming's Warzone tournament, sponsored by DreamHost. $3,500 on the line, and there's exactly one more semifinal spot available. It will be between Socke and Taurent, who are tied up 1-1 right now after some very crazy swings in Game 1. Taurent had a very nice early expand into 4 warp gate play, but was feeling a little bit too comfortable and made a robotics facility when he shouldn't have. He just should have stuck with the 4 gateways. In the second game, we saw that Socke went for this crazy 4 warp gate play. It was gonna work, and then just forgot a pylon and ended up losing the game shortly thereafter. It all comes down to this final game on Zell Naga Caverns. It is going to be a very nice, quality, non-cheese oriented map, he said with full confidence and prayer. I have not seen these games yet. I have not even looked at the time length of these games. I am just assuming that Taurent and Socke will be mature enough not to go for 4 warp gate craziness, will instead go for long-term, as Zelnaga Cavern does afford long-term games quite well. Socke from alternate attack, spawning in the bottom left as the blue tealish-ish Protoss. In the top right, we have Taurent as the orange Protoss. Taurent doing some very marvelous 4-gate defense with sentries in the last game. Looks like Socke is sending down a very, very early probe. Oh, now this is very clever. Socke is going to be hiding warp gates by his own base. I would almost have preferred if Socke had not left this probe here, if he just sent it back home to mine or something along those lines, because really, this is something that I call hiding a normal play. A lot of time... alright. Alright, well, he's not going to be going for warp gates. You know, honestly, a lot of players do what's called hiding something normal. They'll do the usual pylon gateway. All the build order will be all the same. Nothing too crazy going on. But they will build it in a place where their opponent doesn't find it, thereby throwing him off. However, in this case, when we do see that Taurent is going to get to this base, see not only a few probes, but also no new probes being made, he is going to know something's up. Oh, Socke. Oh, he's walling his opponent in. Oh my gosh, this is dedication, my friend. Looks like Taurent is scouting down to the usual cheese location. Uh-oh, building a pylon already. He's going to get to the main. He sees that there is nothing at all being produced. And now Socke is building a photon cannon. And it looks like a forge going down for Taurent. Very, very common cannon rush defense. You just make cannons yourself, because cannons are very good against other cannons. And this is actually going to be a real heartbreaker for Taurent, realizing that he built his gateway in a very cannon rushable spot. But oh no, he's going to lose the probe! Be careful, Socke. If he loses this probe, then the cannon rush is done. There is nothing that can see up onto that high ground, and Taurent will get the easy win. But Socke, as we've seen, is amazing at this sort of rush antics. Oh, keep the probe alive. Keep the probe alive. Socke needs to put 100% of his focus into making sure that this probe does not fall. It is so key to keep this probe alive. He's going to... God, that was close. Unbelievably close right there for Socke. He is getting way overconfident with this probe. His probe can't stay alive that easily. And it looks like this one zealot will be able to bring down this one... Oh, the cannon was not canceled by Socke. Ooh, actually was canceled right at the last second. Socke now finishing that cannon. Needs to target fire this other cannon. The probe is still... Uh-oh. Looks like the zealot has fallen. Socke beginning to get the shots off earlier. Taurent under a lot of pressure. He needs to whip that zealot around and begin wailing away at this cannon. Which cannon will end up dying first? And it looks like Socke's will fall. Oh my gosh, did Taurent actually defend this? That would be an incredible save. But the forge is now down from Taurent. It is only these 3 cannons left remaining. And it looks like one cannon has now fallen. And it looks like Taurent will be able to get his cannons up earlier on. But Socke is still being relentless with this cannon push. Has he even begun to make more probes? Oh, Taurent, the amazing counterplay again. Realizing his opponent has 0 defense in the main. Socke only just now going back to building more probes. And Taurent may have finally held off this rush for now. Has a little bit of a misrally on that Nexus just because he's been under such pressure. Going to do a sacrificial probe shot. But it looks like Taurent is focusing 100% of everything on this Zealot counterattack. So it looks like Socke is going to be bouncing around in his main to make sure nothing cheesy is going on. Does he spot it? Oh no, he doesn't spot a thing. In the main of Taurent, it looks like he is just saving the Chrono Boost. And this is very nice play by Socke, just trying to stay here to pick off this gateway a little bit. And it looks like Taurent going to do the counter cannon rush. Will he end up seeing it? Uh-oh, doesn't see anything at this point in time. There's a Chrono Boosted Zealot. Oh, one probe going up to this top. Does he hear me? And uh-oh! Socke is under trouble. Socke is going to need to throw down cannons right away, but there's a cannon rush coming in from the backside. Assimilator now going down for Socke in the resource counting station. We see that Taurent is quite a ways ahead, and there's Taurent's Zealot now marching in, and oh, Socke is not going to like the sound of that. More cannons warping into the right of his main. This one cannon from Socke is going to fall. Looks like he is just going to try to do another cannon rush. He loses it without a cancel, and it looks like Taurent going to try to pick off this cannon. Oh, canceling his own cannon, but that is going to be a nightmare situation for Socke. Taurent with amazing cheese defense and amazing counter cheese. Who'd have thought that the cheese wheel could have kept spinning? Well, perhaps everybody. Because this is a very common way for PvPs to play out. This one bat cannon now finishing, blasting off that final cannon from Socke. Only one now remains, and Taurent is just wrapping all of those cannons around Socke's base like a Merry Christmas hug of death. And now he's marching in, trying to pick off the final cannon. Oh, no probe block. One Zealot does fall. Will he be able to pick off another one? No! It looks like Socke only has 16 probes remaining and has cannons. Oh, wow! Taurent! Oh my goodness, a very unknown talent out there on the field right now is in the Final Four of Root Gaming's Warzone tournament. You should all go look at the spoiler results to find out who the other semifinalists are, because it is a bit of a surprising result. So big congrats to Taurent, big congrats to Socke for playing quite well, but again, that key mistake in the second game, just bitter and crippling. Taurent really holding down in the face of pressure extremely, extremely well. So big, big congrats to you. And thanks again for DreamHost for making this tournament possible. I'm Day9. I'm peacing out for the night. See ya.